If you don't already know, Grace can't run.
Come on! Oh my god! Yes!
Hello and welcome to the vlog. Bit of a different one this morning. We are going to run the HBF Run for a Reason here in Perth, 21 kilometres. It's going to be Grace's first half marathon. So I'm going to take you guys for a ride. Quickly want to talk a little bit about the reason why we're doing this. So, if you don't already know, Grace can't run. She can't train for running. She's had problems with her shins since she was in her early teens, so she just can't handle basically the running volume required to train for a half marathon or a marathon or anything for that matter. So I put it to her. She has a lot of her aerobic work on a bike, so I put it to her and said to her, how about we try to run this HBF Run for a Reason off the back of no running and just bike work. Now, some people might think that's a bit stupid, but there's a lot of science that backs cross-training. So today we're going to put it to the test. The goal is for me to try to push her as close to 1 hour and 45 minutes as we can. We've got 2 other different members who are going for their PBs, who will also be running with us. But one of our values is stronger together. Now, I'm fortunate in the sense that I've obviously been able to run for the last year, and an hour 45 half marathon for me is probably an easy run. So I'm just going to use this as a bit of training, but I have the opportunity to bring 3, maybe 4 other people along for the ride, and hopefully get them the PB that they've been trying so hard to get. Look, if we don't get it, it's not the end of the world. I'm so proud of her for actually agreeing to do it in the first place. It's pretty scary. Furthest she's ever run is 15, which was in Margaret River with me in December, and before that was 10. So it's important to put yourself out there and try new things and do things that may scare you, because if you don't hit your goal, it's not the end of the world. Like, there'll be other chances to do it, but she will 100% make memories that last a lifetime, but also potentially hit a PB and prove to people that you don't need to be running as much as you think you do. Great day to race. How are we feeling?
Good.
Young whippersnapper making her half marathon debut. I can smell a PB coming on.
Anything's a PB.
How are we feeling?
Bloody nervous.
What's the game plan?
Oh. In an ideal world, just run. Like, just have fun. But it's not an ideal world when Dan Moore is pacing me. So I would like to say 2 hours. But that's a no from Dan.
Before we even start, you got to be proud of even showing up. So
yeah, I'm excited.
You know, any day is a good day, especially if you're going to run a PB. Warming up. It's bloody cold here in Perth today.
Yeah, when you cross the line, it's hard.
Yeah.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
First wave, we're proud of you.
Yeah, dog! Let's go, brother! Nice, Tony, nice, Emma! Let's go, nice!
How are you feeling?
Good. Enjoying it. So sick.
How many members have we seen? So funny. 6.4 in. It's the best part of the run.
Originally last week my goal was 1 hour 40. Got sick on Thursday, so let's just get to the finish line.
We've all been sick now. We're coming up to 9. Okay, so we're a third of the way through. Just had our first gel. We're about to come onto the freeway on ramp, which is an important part of the run. But we've got our game plan, stick to it. And then the last 4Ks, 3Ks, we'll just negative split the hell out of it.
Worst part of the run done. Just killing it so far. We've got about 8 to go, 7 and a bit. The plan is now just do what we can for the next 3. We've got about 400 k's to go. 19 and a half. We're just past that. It's over a k and a half to go. This is where Grace and I are going to really try see what she's made of. We've had a chat, come up with a plan. She's just going to try hold on to me. We're flying. Absolutely flying. Come on, guys. Doing so well. Come on, keep pushing. Come on. Come on. Come on. Stay with me. Oh my god. She's flying. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on. Yes, dog. Got a half marathon run around our hands here. 1:43.18 in her first half marathon. She beat me. That's better than my first.
She's coming. I'm coming for you.
Little race recap and debrief. Stoked with the time.
Stoked.
We wanted a under 1:45, so sub 1:45, 5-minute Ks.
Initially I said 2 hours.
Yeah, but that was just a protective mechanism because she didn't want to be disappointed.
Yes.
But I had belief, I knew. Anyway, no running, absolutely zero running. Probably a maximum of 8 kilometers a week, I'd say.
Absolute max.
And she managed 450s or 451. So an hour 43 is the official time in her first half marathon with no running prep. I think you're going to be happy with that.
As I got to the 10k mark, my body felt genuinely pretty good. Like, legs felt fine, everything felt fine. And then kind of past that point, that's where I started noticing like heavy legs and like my hips and stuff. I just haven't really been in that constant repetitive pattern before. So I think that's where, I guess, if you're not trained to do that, that's where those things sort of start to break down. But it's nothing you can't push past. Like, I still feel like the leg endurance was there. Like, I definitely could still keep moving my legs, but it was more just obviously uncomfortable.
Shout out to some of the different members.
Yeah, oh my god.
This is the kind of thing, you go to an event like that, which is why I really wanted Grace to do it and push her into doing something that made her a little bit uncomfortable, because you can, okay, maybe we didn't run with them all, we ran with Jazz, which you'll see you would have seen the footage before, but you all finish, you've just done the same thing, and it's just like a bit of bonding. You all can sort of like uplift each other because you've obviously just done as hard, like as best as you can.
Yeah.
And this is where it comes back to our mantra, or one of our core values: stronger together. Like, not necessarily competing against other people, because you are going to be at different levels and there's different circumstances and different situations that you're in. Like, Grace can't run, so like it's not fair for her to compare herself to some of the other girls, and vice versa. Like, some of the other girls, they've only just started running, so it's not fair, or even just started like properly exercising, so they can't compare themselves to Grace, or they can't compare themselves to some of the other girls out there running, but they gave it their all. And it's so important to make sure that we are uplifting each other, to make sure that we come back and do it again and do it again and do it again. And that's how people start to form habits that, for one, they get like a really healthy lifestyle, and exercise becomes a part of their routine, but two, they get encouraged to get uncomfortable more often, and they do things that they didn't know that they could. So this is one of the cool things about owning a gym. We can push people and bring people into our circle and encourage them to do things like this. It also gives them a bit of regime to train for. But the other one I want to talk about is the better than yesterday. Now, that's our other core value, that's our third one. And again, this is one of those things that even if you don't go and run a PB, each race is a learning curve. Today's conditions were perfect to run a PB.
Yeah.
They are like ideal.
Weather,
no wind, like just perfect. But in saying that, each race you take something out of it, and you learn something new. whether that's pushing past a pain barrier that you didn't know that you could do, whether that's, okay, I may have missed time my nutrition or something like that. So on an exercise or a racing point of view, you've learned a lot, but then also the life lessons you take out of that. It just shows how much hard work really does pay off, and how much that if you actually put your mind to something, you can pretty much achieve anything. And yesterday, you didn't run a 1:43 half marathon, but now you have.
I also wouldn't have been able to do that without my pacer. So hats off to you, because I didn't look at my watch once.
And also a quick shout out to my coach Luke, who just won it.
Unreal.
Back to back.
You crossed the finish line and looked like you hadn't even ran.
This is what I've said. This is what I said in the last YouTube video. Ogden is the best running group in WA for a reason. Over and out.